There once was a special place where men could go and emancipate. Created by a man who bared the skin of a goat, built up by a grinder's vision, saved by many's supervision, Avalon rised. Every civilization rises and falls. Just like the sun. Every kingdom gets its prime, and every city gets its time. And the city's time is now. It's supposed to. It's supposed to. That's kind of embarrassing. Okay, moving on. Gonna have to fix that if I ever come back. We have another forest going through. We're gonna look at all the trains later. That'll be like one whole part itself over here. This is gonna be a long video. We have Nerd's Sister's Kingdom. Now this is not a part of Avalon. Nerd's Sister is not a part of Avalon. This is its own piece, its own area, and that's why we have a military tanks outside and a helicopter, because we need a wall around it, because we need to make sure it's secured, it's not going to expand, it's not going to grow, because we cannot let that happen for the safety of Avalon. So the fire station was built by Nerd a little bit after I started building for his place, and I helped him with the interior. Not that great interior, built the fire truck outside. We're going to look through the interior real quick. So we have a red carpet, got the desk here. In here you just kind of got a couple of crates. There's supposed to be more fire station or fire trucks in there. There's not. Couldn't ask why, no one knows. Scene out here. Up here we have, okay, well there's a bunch of computers and stuff here. Due to the furniture mod being gone, it's now gone. But it was there. We got a map, an old map, one of the old maps of Waston isn't exactly updated. Most of the maps that you'll see aren't exactly updated, really. And going up here, we have their sleeping area, all their stuff, the beds, stuff like that. So over here, we have the gas station, which was built by Nerd. It's Runaway's gas station now. As you can see, it has this cool light switch. Anything that was built by Nerd, you're going to see has some sort of redstone incorporated somehow. Nerd's a redstone-y guy, and there's no real else to say it. So you got that cool light switch there. It's basically just a gas station. Not as good as my 7-Eleven, but it's a gas station. Close. Over here we have the factory. I am legally not allowed to go in. Just know that is definitely not a drug factory. Moving on. If it has bad interior, it was cause Jake got told to do it. Exactly, that is most likely, yes, that is that is a fair point. That is most likely why there will be bad interior, if there is. This is the Kit Cafe. This was built by Kitty. Basically she loves restaurants for some reason, and so she has a breakfast, which is the Kit Cafe, and her dinner restaurant, which we already saw earlier in the video. The castle. Oh yeah, so I guess now we're gonna go to the castle. So the castle was built by Nerd. It was another build from before I entered here. There's a lot of memories from right here in the spot. Don't ask what, now I'm pouring. Castle, going in here. It's a whole thing. The king's throne is right here. It was a very nice throne. Up here is where some of the interior was done by Jen. And it was just kind of a nice place to be. It's a historical monument. So now we're here, we're moving on from the castle. We have the court. Nick was here a couple times. We're Awesome Person was here a couple times. Nerd was here once or twice. I was surprisingly not here once. I think I just got avoided by the law. The judge was kind of corrupt, not gonna lie. The judge was kind of corrupt. And yeah, but this is the jury area, or the judge, the jury, the place where the person stands. Terribly sorry for that voice thing, guys. My voice, I just kind of woke up. So sorry about that. Apologies. Cool waterfall. Exiting, though. Exiting the court, because we can't stay in there all day. we have over here the town hall slash mayor office, which it's looking very nice. This was built by me. Over here we have the front desk. Gage worked here for a bit. There's a whole bunch in city server log. So I probably can't show that book, but like if you see it, you see it. If I cut it out, I cut it out. Over here we have the assistant office. I worked here at the time. Weird Awesome McPherson worked here at a time. A couple people worked here. So yeah. And that was that, really. So coming over here, we got the restroom. Has no furniture in it because it was, well, Finn. Got the stairway over here, going up. Just kind of a nice view out. Gonna go over here. There's nothing really in this room because it was never going to be used. Over here was the mayor's office. Another broken down map that wasn't that good. Just, there was a bunch of cool stuff over there. It's now just some blocks and ender chest, and this is the mayor's desk. Nick did technically once be here. Oh yeah, there's just a bunch of random books and chests where old books. We're not gonna read all of those right now. Okay, so another empty room. Over here we got, this was my office for a bit. All of its furniture is gone because the people upgraded it to a different place, but I wrote actual documents about it. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. It was pretty fair. But over here, we're gonna continue now. So we actually got a pretty big portion of the city all done and dusted. We don't actually have that much time left before Nerd logs off, so we're gonna speed run. Going over here past the pond. This was a really beautiful pond. It was terraformed by me and Runaway. We got the forests going around it. Over here you got the welcome. This is the airport. Now the airport was built by Nerd, and it was built before I joined. It's a very great airport. We're not going to go inside because it's confusing, and it doesn't have that great of an interior, if I'm being honest. And we'll go in the interior, but we're not going to look at the entire thing. So real quickly, looking at this, we have the Marine 1. We're outside. This is Gage's personal Supreme Leader helicopter. It teleports places. We're going to test out all of the things that teleport, and you can use to travel later. Going over here. Here, we're going to kind of just enter. We're going to look in here. So in here, it's just kind of a normal scene area, or a place where people go, I guess, to park. Not really important. We're going to go into the interior of the airport for a little bit. Then we're going to explore the two forests. So over here, check-in. You have your check-in area. Over here, you got your booking area where you'll go through and you check all your stuff. This is a poster board. You got a bunch of scene here. You can go through the escalator place, I guess. I don't really know what this thing's called. I know what it is though. There's shops there. There's more scene. As you see, this place isn't lit up too well, but over here you got a Subway, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a McDonald's, which are all done really well. I actually really like the way that those look. Wasn't supposed to fill this up. Wasn't. Yeah, someone was, and someone didn't. Over here we have a plane spot, which, you know, it's just where the plane is. So that's basically it. Not much to it. Plane doesn't actually do anything. You see the levers flick. They don't. So going into the oak forest, we have Alex's river here, and Alex's little tree. And here we are. We skipped past the army base. We completed the army base basically. So we're now here at the Washington, or the White House, which is where our Supreme Leader, our glorious Supreme Leader, lives. And don't just ignore that thing out front. It's not
Technically,
important.
for copyright reasons, it's the Citadel, but yeah.
The Citadel, right? The Citadel where our Supreme Leader lives. It doesn't have an interior. We never got to the interior. If we ever come back, we would finish that. Like a lot of things. Going over here. Right here is where his personal helicopter is, of course. his Marine 1. Never really got an interior finished. And then, on top of that, on top of his personal helicopter, he also has a personal train. Right out front here, which I guess we can get into the trains now for a little bit.
You mean to tell me you placed that thing in front of my White House?
So we have his personal train here, named Hero, and it's the
After Shima.
and
His
it's
last name is Shima, so his full name is Hiroshima.
Hiroshima, yes, and it's our Supreme Leader's favorite train and the bestest, of course, in his opinion. Still think it's pretty good. And basically it is the train that will, his personal train that will take him from place to place wherever he needs to go. So, alright, so we're going to check out the Ice Kingdom and some of the other things that are just around in a second. First though, we're going to check out the trains and some of the stuff of how it works. So, Hero here, you saw it teleport there. Now, as you see, we can go anywhere we want, so we can go left here, which brings us to another part on the highway. Ignore this, we didn't get to finish this. This was something that was done really recently that we didn't get to finish. As you see, here's another train here. His name's Gordon. The Ice Kingdom there, we're going to explore the Ice Kingdom in a second. If we go back, we can press the middle button, and it will bring us here, which this is our main station for Hero here. This is obviously his train in the city. So I led some, or we're outside the city, unfortunately next to Nerd Sisters area, but it's fine, we ignore that. And if we go back one more time. Alright, so that's basically that, but if we go outside of Hero here, we can look at how some of the other things work. So let's go under here. This is just kind of a homeless camp. By the way, Hero will definitely make it under that bridge. Don't know what you're talking about. Here, let's... hi nerd, here's my friend here. Here, we're gonna actually continue to explore. We're gonna go into the Ice Kingdom now. So looking at the Ice Kingdom here, we'll take a walk around, then continue looking at the trains. We can go forward and you'll see the main Ice Kingdom castle, which if we walk through, doesn't have much of an interior at all, but as you can see, it was very well done. It was built by me, using help with a picture of Google and also just me building. It was like half and half, so yeah, that's basically the castle. Here we can look at the view from the top. It's actually pretty nice. Yeah, you get a nice view of the trains. It's actually a really nice view of Harrow there. And yeah. So let's look at Toby here. Toby is a tram engine, and his job is to help you get around the Ice Kingdom, actually. That's why it has his own rail line around it. So going into Toby here, we can use this, and as you see, we're now over here. We're now over here with Toby on this side of the Ice Kingdom, and if we do it again, we're now over here on this side. So going out with Toby, because that's really all there is to him. You can then go over. Okay, so now you see that we're at the train station. If you look back, you can see all the trains. You see my second two favorites there. We'll continue exploring the trains and how they all are in a second. But first, if we look here, we have Gordon, and how he works is we got a bunch of buttons here. If you press the middle one, then here we are. And now we are at Nerd's City. Nerd City is a very nice city. Ignore the copy of this. And Treehouse. It's a city that Nerd never really finished, but in the end it's pretty pog. I mean, it looks really nice if you ask me, in my opinion. And it was never really finished, but it was a good start for something that could have been really good. And Gordon stops here on his branch line to deliver passengers, so, you know, that's a thing. So people can visit Nerd's unfinished city. Now, if we go forward, you will see we'll end up back with Hero here, and we actually need to go all the way back to the station, because I need to show you how a couple of the other trains work. So back, Now as you see, we're back here. Now if you look here, Thomas, if we take Thomas and listen, it works decently. And yeah, you can go back and forth into the main of the city from into the train station using Thomas if you want. Now, before we follow the line, we're gonna look up, and we're gonna go up, and we're gonna do a bit of exploring up here. So if we go to the fire station, or the fire, you can see fire trucks. So this is its own teleportation system, its own helicopter. As you saw, it was the fire helicopter. So now we arrive back here, and it has no button, it seems, for some reason. So we're just gonna fix that. Alright, there we go. So now we are back. Alright, and if we look up, we'll see another AC-130 being surrounded by a bunch of F-22s. Now, and an F-16 as well. 2 F-16s and F-22s. So, if you're wondering, this AC-30 is Runaway's current home. If we come in here, you'll see he's basically a collector, so he has literally a copy of everything. Almost none of the stuff is actually the original. Some stuff is, most stuff isn't, but it's basically just a copy of everything that was like collectible item or important to the city at one point. Drop payload. That will lead Area 76. If we press that button, it'll just lead us back into the military base. Here, actually, we'll do that just so that you guys can see how it works. And we'll actually go right in here, and we can just press this button to return. Just like that. And then if we actually do grab a parachute, and we can go this way, and what we can do is we can go over here, and we can follow the train line. Now, if we follow the train line, it'll lead us to this, which is just going to help navigate a bit. Alright, so if we go over here, and we go past that signal, we got Henry here, and his branch line of the track. So, this main part here is Gordon's branch line, but it splits off into Henry's very tiny branch line. And it's mainly just so that Henry can have a spot to go without, having to crash into Gordon while he's going past. So Gordon, or Henry, is just going past here, and he's carrying 3 oil tankers, a milk tank, a hazard tank, and an oil tank. And he's going to be going over to where the station is to deliver those, I guess. We continue going over here. Don't want to spoil anything over there, but we got the factory here. The factory is just a normal factory. It was built by Daniel. By the way, most of these trains were built using tutorials, but built by me. So, you got the factory there. Then you have my favorite characters, the twins, or otherwise known as Douglas and Donald, or Donald and Douglas. Here they are, and they're just kind of working at the factory here, as you can see. I think this is Douglas, or maybe it's Donald. I think this is Donald. So Donald here is loading up a thing with coal in the coal loader, and Douglas is just kind of pushing around this oil tank, getting it ready to be pushed over to a place where it can be carried away. And as you can see here, actually one thing is being carried away from here, and that is Duck and Oliver. I just decided to add them last second, actually. They were a last second add, and they kind of just carried the milk tankers, and there's all the tankers, the hazard tanker, the oil tanker. They're carrying a bunch of stuff in the middle that the factory produced. They're just all carrying it away, and they're both carrying it together since it's such a big line. If we go over here, we have one of my favorite things about this entire city. This. I just think this is so beautiful. I feel like I did such a well job on this. We have the bridge, which isn't that good of a bridge. I mean, it's pretty decent, but it's a bridge nonetheless. And I just love how I did the pond under here. And but what I really like about it is the trains going past. I always really like the scene from the tragic fail road, and it was just nice to recreate here. And ignore the faces, they were done by my friends. So yeah, that's all cool and all. Really loved how that all turned out. Loved how these collabing for them. Boys, welcome to my kingdom, Matrigioni. It is not a part of Avalon at all, but it is Matrigioni, my own kingdom that I created. And so we have this place, which is my main house, the villa it is called. And here is Kitty's pet, her cat, and inside is Gage's horse, Fernando. And they're just kind of chilling here, because this, if any of you play Assassin's Creed 2, you know what it is. You go over here, we can go down here. If we go down here, you'll see the ancestors, and these are all of my ancestors, and thank God they're not destroyed, because their armor stands get destroyed so many times and always don't annoy to repair. But yeah, that's their thing. If we click this lever, it'll reveal Altair's armor here. Alright boys, so that was the entire tour. I gave you the entire tour. You guys saw literally everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed the animatic at the beginning. But this isn't over yet, because right after this, you're going to see an epic 2-minute, I don't really know how long it's going to be, but you're going to see an epic 2-minute montage of just great screenshots and just great camera angles of the just places in the city, places you saw today. You're just going to see great camera angles of that, just a montage of that for the next minute or two, and then you're going to see the end credit place, and then yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that last little thing, and I'm going to tell you, sub now, sub to Pecan, sub to Nerd's Twitch channel. I don't really care what it is, but go sub to that, sub to me, CringeMaster88. Let's get to some sort of sub goal, and we worked hard on this, man, and it's been fun. So hope you guys enjoyed this and enjoy your content. See you later. Bye guys.